Get that style check, put it in pockets till I get back.
What's up, guys? JohnOrigins here. Today got a Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle, and it's against Cody, HydreigonMaster635, Salty Gamer 635, and we got a pretty good game here. We're all flaunting them new Pokemon. Cody's got a Genesect on his side. I've got my special little Latias, and I've also got a Terrakion. I've also very recently got a Kyurem Black. So Cody helped me get a Zekrom, which is pretty awesome of him. I gave him like a Mercury for it. I managed to get a perfect Adamant Kyurem. So now that I've got the Zekrom, I have the DNA splicer because you can get it in Q-Loot, and now I've got perfect Kyurem Black Adamant Choice Bandit. Oh my god, I cannot wait to bring you a game with that. I've actually got one against Wiz that I'm going to upload because he really wants me to. It's an alright game, but I completely avoided this battle. But we're going to get into it. It's actually a really good game. I also want to shout out Zap because he does all this recording. I only usually just say it in the description, but he has been going through some hardship recently, so I figured give him a big buff. His link will definitely be in the description. Without a funny name this time, he needs all the recognition. Trainer Zabza. Go check him out. He does those showdown daily things, which I enjoy. I like them. Here I'm going to protect because I want to scout what he's going to lock himself into, because I'm pretty sure he's scarfed. At the same time, I can Mega Evolve, get my speed boost if he isn't scarfed, and get the Intimidate on him. And I think I'm just going to go straight for the Flamethrower on the off chance that he isn't choice scarfed. And this is what I do. He brings in the Mammo. It actually does a lot. And I get the burn, the 10%, which is very, very useful. Because now it isn't a fair, and I can just bring in my Rotom, take any hit comfortably, and revenge it with the Hydro Pump. My Rotom is especially defensive, so it wouldn't be taking these hits very well, but luckily I did get the burn, which is kind of hacksy on the second turn of the game. But I'm just going to go straight for the Hydro Pump. I'm going to play it safe, and it doesn't do much, and Tentacruel is going to be a real thorn in my side. I do have the Rotom with the Volt Switch. I do have the Manectric with the electric type stab as well. I also had my Latias with Side Shock, but it's still going to be an issue because I have to play around it. He's got a really solid core with the Tentacruel and the Skarmory, and he's got, I think he's got a couple of ground types here and there, so it's going to be interesting to work around it. Stuff happens. I think he knocks off my Chesto Berry, which is very annoying. I would really have liked to have my Chesto, and he's going to start getting up his Toxic Spikes. I think he sets up 2 maybe. I'm going for Hydro Pumps constantly. I'm expecting that Mammo to come in, or I forget if he has another ground type. If he does, I'm expecting that to come in as well. And I really do. Oh, it's the Manectric. He has a Manectric, and if he brings that in, I'm screwed. But he decides to bring it in now, expecting the Volt Switch. I'm just going to hard switch out. I'm not going to go for the Volt Switch, and I go out to my Latias because I can take any of his hits. I know his Manectric has hidden Power Eyes, but it's not going to do much to me. I am my Latias. And I go straight for the Dragon Pulse Life Orb, and it does a chill 35% to that Skarmory. After leftovers, probably about 30%. But I am forced to switch out. But that damage does tell me that Surf's probably going to do quite a lot of damage to it, considering it's not resisted, and that Skarmory's obviously defensive, not especially defensive. But I am just going to go straight into my Manectric. He could go for his Hazards, or he could go for the Roost, which he does there. I know I can go for the Volt Switch, but that's way too obvious, and I have no reason not to go to Flamethrower. He has the Tentacruel, which he can go into, but at the same time, I'm thinking if he does that, I can just go for the Volt Switch and search, so it's not too bad. Toxic damage is hurting me a bit, but I think my Manectric's done pretty well so far. Here, I'm expecting him to U-turn, expecting me to switch out, so I do in fact stay in, knowing that I could most likely live a hit. I do. Not very comfortably, I will die to Toxic, but I do go for the Flamethrower, expecting his own Manectric to come in. He makes a better play, goes out into his Tentacruel, takes the risk, and now my Manectric's going to go down to the Poison. And that's one thing that I have that will not be able to take down that Tentacruel anymore, so see you later, Manectric. But I can just bring in my Latias. My Latias should be able to comfortably kill it with the Side Shock. I am just going to play it safe, go for the Side Shock, try and knock it out. He brings in the Skarmory, and it does a hell lot of nothing to this Pokemon, and I'm thinking now he's not going to Roost, he's probably going to start setting up his Hazards, so I'm going to Surf, scout for damage, and hopefully 2-hit KO him. I'll go for the Surf, does a lot of damage, that's clearly a 2-hit KO, so after he goes for his Layer of Spikes, I really don't mind. I can go for another surf and knock him out. I'm not scared of the tentacruel coming up, because if he does, I can just go for the Psyshock. He'll be forced to bring back in his Skarmory, and I can do the same thing over and over again, slowly whittling down his Pokemon. And he doesn't want to bring a Tentacruel because I do believe it's burnt, so that's a factor. He does bring in the Genesect here. He's going to go for the U-turn. I'm going to switch out, go into my Rotom, who is probably my best at taking on. Yeah, I don't take it very well. I am especially defensive, but I do live. So he's going to bring out his Manectric, and I really can't do much to it. I really can't switch it out. My Rotom's at a really low range of HP, where a Chesto Berry would be really useful, but I don't have one, and I can't get a rest up. I'm just going to let my Rotom die to a Volt Switch. It gives me the advantage, like switch advantage wise, but he does have a Scarf Genesect, which is kind of a threat to me. But I do have a Pokemon that will outspeed it, which will be my Terrakion, but I'm not going to bring that in just yet, because I'm pretty sure my Slurpuff can handle any hit. I don't think he told me that Iron Head isn't released after the game, but I did forget about that during the match, which is why I did bring it in. But he does go for the U-turn. I can safely just go for like a Play Rough and do as much damage as I can. He brings in a Tentacruel who does not take that very well. Slurpuff is a powerhouse, and I'm kind of hoping that poison damage will take me down to Unburden range soon, but it doesn't happen yet, as I can just go for the return, knock out a Tentacruel, and that is a threat out the way. And Toxic did not bring me down to where I wanted, but it doesn't matter, because I do get the Intimidate drop. I really don't care. I'm sacrificing my Slurpuff, but first I want to go for the Protect, get the Toxic damage on me, so that I can go down a half, get my Citrus Berry, and that means I'll be at +2 speed. I'll be able to outspeed the Manectric, and I can get off some serious damage with the Play Rough. It does do, I don't know, a solid 30% to the Manectric, which is good. I want that extra damage onto it, so I can bring in my Mamoswine and start to go to work, because Mamoswine does a really good job of checking Manectric. Flamethrower ain't going to be doing all that much, because base 135 special attack, that's nothing these days, and I can just take out the Manectric with an Ice Shard. I could have gone to my Terrakion, I am Choice Scarf, but figured Mamoswine's probably safer. I want my Terrakion at full HP just in case something goes wrong. He brings out Gohan, his Infernape, to finish off my Manectric by going for the U-turn. It does knock me out. I was kind of wanting to live that so I can get some nice damage on the Genesect, but anyway, I think it's down to just my Terrakion. Maybe my Latias is still alive, but I do bring in my Terrakion here. Oh yeah, my Latias is still alive. I can go for the close combat. I am Choice Scarred. I'm jolly 31 speed IVs. I can knock out the Genesect. I was really fortunate that did kill, because my Terrakion's only got about 20 attack IVs. I'm going to work on getting a better one after I finish working on getting a good heat round, which I'm on right now. Actually, I'm in the GTS getting some trades on the go, and that's why I don't have. That's why I need to change my Terrakion. The Infernape lives to close combat, whereas it would have died, and so now I just have to rely on my Latias outspeeding and winning me the game. His Genesect's Choice Scarfs, and he locked himself into close combat if he is Choice Scarf, so my Latias can just come in, clean up the game for me, and that's going to be the narrow 1-0 in my favour. So that was a pretty good game, Cody. A bit of hacks at the start, but I think it turned out alright. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe. I've been JohnOrigins, and I'm out. So big.